Shalom, shalom, shalom. Just doing a quick overview on from now to the Euphrates, because I was reading this chapter. I saw it came to mind about the kingdom of heaven. Because they're talking about Solomon's reign. Yes. I was just thinking like, hey, this same thing gonna happen, but to a huge, more greater scale. In fact, an infinite scale. Just like, say the least, with no bounds. Of course, saying that call halahyam, like YAHAWASHI, QADASH, YAHAWASHI, QADASH, praise YAHAWASHI, QADASH, and of course, getting double R's at the bottom of your millstone, teach you well. So let's start at First Kings 4:20. Judah and Israel were many, and the same which is by the siege in multitude, eating and drinking and making merry. So of course that's gonna happen to us in the kingdom by RAWCHAA. You'll be in mirth, joy, and you're gonna have no evil come our way. Because there isn't gonna be no more evil. All the power is gonna be under us and by YAHAWASHI, man. YAHAWASHI gotta have dominion over all things, as prophecy states, man. 9:13. I saw in thy visions, and behold, one like the Son of Man came with the clouds of heaven, and came to the ancient days, and they brought him near before him. And there was given him dominion and glory and a kingdom, that all people, nations, and languages should serve him. And dominion is the everlasting dominion, which shall not pass away, and his kingdom, that which shall not be destroyed. So yeah, the kingdom, an everlasting kingdom, man. The kingdom above all kingdoms, really. And that's a reward. That's a lot. Even for the foundation of earth, because he's the son of Yahawah, man. YAHAWASHI is the son of Yahawah. And it pleased the Lord to give him all things, man. Well, it's I'd say some word for it to describe it, like a pre-example. It basically is an example of what the kingdom could be like. I forgot the exact word for it. The exact word describing the pre-something. Describe what's happening. But yeah, it basically is an example of what's going to happen in the kingdom, to say the least. But again, the title of the lesson, of course, the saints of earth shall rule the earth, to judge the earth. 1 Corinthians 6:2. And we're going to meek shall inherit the earth. That's in Matthew 5. I might as well get that real quick first. So we're going to rule the whole earth. The whole earth. Everything in the earth and everything outside the earth. According to the scriptures. Sounds really nice. Matthew 5:5, blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. So they're going to inherit the whole earth. Yeah. Originally in prophecy, we're also meant to inherit, also, well, I shouldn't say prophecy. Well, it's prophecy, I should say a promise, to say the least. From Abraham, we've been promised from now to the Euphrates. Genesis 15:3-18. And the same day, Yahawah made a covenant with Abram, saying, unto thy seed have I given this land, from the river of Egypt into the great river, the river Euphrates. And the river Euphrates, the river of Egypt is the Nile. And the river Euphrates is it's the Euphrates. The Euphrates River. Now I have to pull the map real quick. Calling like how much that's a quick little map to show. So the big river in Egypt is that's river now. That's the Nile River. And the big river in Africa. And the River Euphrates. No, I can't point it out. I might get a better map. There we go. And the River Euphrates are all right up there. There's the River Euphrates, to say the least. And that's their rulership. And now to the Euphrates, right? From now to the Euphrates. But yeah. But during Solomon's reign, I'm trying to find a good map for it, but for Solomon's reign, it was from the river of the Philistines. I believe that little river, right there. And I can't point it out again, but that little river from the Mediterranean Sea. That little river. I believe that's the river of the Philistines. River. And let me get the precept. And the river of it's like the border of Egypt. It'll be all the way to basically the little in between line. See, from the middle area. No, the area between Edom Geber and Egypt. That little area in between them. That'll be considered the border of Egypt. The little. I'm trying to say the Red Sea from Egypt. That'll be the border of Egypt. Again, can't show because I can't point out. I don't have a marker. I don't have a mouse. My phone. So it is what it is, man. But you'll see. In the book of 1 Kings 4:21. And Solomon reigned over all kingdoms, from the river unto the land of the from the river unto the land of the Philistines, and to the border of Egypt. They brought presents and served Solomon all the days of his life. So yeah, he ruled from the land of the Philistines all the way to the border of Egypt. Yeah, according to the promise, we were promised far greater. Even from the whole fatness of the earth. This third verse, Genesis 27, start verse 25. And he said, bring it near to me, and I'll eat my son's vision, and my soul may bless thee. And he brought near to him, and he did eat, and brought him wine, and he drank. The Jacob taking Esau's blessing, because he didn't deserve it. He sold out of birthright. And Father Isaac said unto him, come near now, and kiss me, my son. And he came near and kissed him. And he smelled the smell of raiment, and blessed him, and said, see, the smell of my son is as the smell of a field which Yahawah hath blessed. Therefore Yahawah gave thee of the dew of heaven, and the fatness of the earth, and plenty of corn and wine. Let people serve thee, and nations bow down to thee. Be Lord over thy brethren, and let thy mother's sons bow down to thee, like Esau. Cursed be everyone that curseth thee, and blessed be he that blesseth thee. So everyone who curses us can get cursed, and blessed are those that bless us. And this didn't happen yet. Of course, Jake had times where he was in rulership, but not in righteousness. Not in the name of YAHAWASHI, QADASH, we were over the Romans at some point in time, Even we had ownership, Northern Kingdom over America. In South America, we had Jake, Southern Kingdom, all over Europe. We spreading out to places like China and Africa. And then, of course, Jake had a time period where he had the rulership, but didn't have rulership over the full earth, especially not in righteousness. Because that was during the time of silence, man. That was during the time when the Lord wasn't really dealing with Israel. In instances when people wanted to be righteous, but really they weren't. They fought Islam, or Druids, or witches, doing their own thing, man. They weren't in righteousness, fulfilling the blessing of the Lord. Of course, we had things like the blessing, but weren't in righteousness. You know, they had wars against the other nations as well, like the Arabs, the Ishmaelites, like Moab, like the Hamites. So weren't in, how to say, righteousness, to say the least. You know, but yeah, now, when the kingdom, you know, the elect are gonna have full dominion in righteousness and feel the blessing foretold unto the prophets, to our forefathers, man. Revelation 5 and 10, and he has made us power, and made us unto our power, Yahawah, kings and priests, that we shall reign on the earth. You know, like reign on the earth, all the world, say at least, all the world and all things thereof, and not just in Israel. You know, we had saying and see. But let's get back to 1 Kings 4. Finish it off. I'm going to the power of Solomon. 1 Kings 4 and 22. It's Solomon's provision. I have to get another version for it. No, clarity's sake. No. We need many fold more in the kingdom, man. I provide one part of the number. No. As scripture said, I'm about to get Matthew 19 and 29. And now when they have forsaken, I'm sorry, 28. YAHAWASHI said unto them, really I say unto you, the ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. Talk about the 12 apostles. You know, I don't believe you're talking about Judas Iscariot. No, we were talking about the one placing it, but Lord knows. And every one that hath forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, or for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold, and shall inherit everlasting life. We're talking about the elect. 144,000 elect are going to forsake the family, this world, this life, the things thereof. No, ain't gonna happen real soon, man. When the MOTB comes out, we're gonna forsake something, man. At that point, something's gonna be forsaken. Most likely the place where we're gonna live at. No, or we're gonna get grabbed up, or just or we're gonna get grabbed up, or just on the run. You know, gotta forsake our families. No, those are us as well. Where your wife or children, your parents, brethren, sisters, and we already forsook this land. Well, I gotta have to forsake this land as well, and the things thereof in this land. The pleasures of this world, man. That's what's gonna happen. That's the mindset we're gonna be in. We can't be in the mindset of rejoice and mirth now, because at some point we're gonna get rid of it. No, if you just rejoice in it, we're gonna cleave to it, to say the least. Shall inherit everlasting life. May that our first should be last, and the last should be first. And so the lowest brother could be the highest brother, and the highest brother could be the lowest brother. On the worldly scale, Esau could be lowest, and Jacob could be the highest. Even on the terms of Israel, the celebrities and these top men, top women now, they'll be brought low. Yet the men of the Lord, the woman of the Lord could be exalted. Every aspect. So 1 Kings 4 and 22. The Solomon's provision for one day with 30 measures of fine flour and 80 measures of meal. About 11 or 10 tons. So 60 times 11, 600 tons of meal and 30 tons of 300 tons of fine flour. 10 fat oxen and 20 oxen out of the pastures, and 100 sheep with side harps, and roebucks, no deer, it's a gazelle, and the fallow deer. It's a gazelle, but I don't believe gazelles are lawful to eat. It's a deer, but I believe it's a gazelle though. You know, I don't believe it's a gazelle. I don't believe gazelles divide of a hoof. If I'm not mistaken. I don't believe the gazelles divide with the hoof or to eat the cud. One to two. Well, no, so. Well, he had dominion over all the region on this side. But we had dominion over all the region on this side of the river. From Tepesh, Tipsa, even to Azah. Over all the kings on the side of the river, and had peace on all sides round about, so he could have peace in the kingdom, man. Over all sides round about, no one could attack, no one could fight, no one could be peace, man. Complete and utter peace. And Judah and Israel dwelt safely, every man under his vine and under his fig tree, from Dan even to Beersheba, all the days of Solomon, so it could be complete ease, man, in the kingdom of heaven. And Solomon had 40,000 stalls of horses for his chariots, and 20,000 horsemen. So he had 40,000 stalls of stalls of horses, man, or chariots, and 20,000 horsemen. And those officers provided victual for King Solomon. 12 officers. But I believe because Solomon had 12 officers. Now it could be, I'm speaking as a man here, but it could be the 12 apostles, man, in reincarnation, who they were before. Because Solomon had 12 officers, and YAHAWASHI, who was also Solomon, had 12 disciples, man. Now again, speaking as a man, but it makes sense, to be honest. Going up, just show that. Right here. Okay. 1 Kings 4:7, and Solomon had 12 officers over all Israel. They provided victuals for the king and his household. Each man in months in a year made provision. Made provision. So it had 12 officers. So it could be even the 12 apostles. We don't know. And those officers provided victual for King Solomon, and for all that came unto King Solomon's table, every man in his mouth, they lacked nothing. Barley also, and straw for the horses, and dromedaries brought they unto the place where the officers were, every man according to his charge. That man brought what was the card of him. Yahweh gave Solomon wisdom and understanding, exceeding much, and largeness of heart, even as the sand that is on the seashore. As Solomon's wisdom excelled the wisdom of all the children of the east country, and on the wisdom of Egypt. So he is the wisest man on earth. As the scriptures, what Yahweh said, that his wisdom, he was the greatest on earth, and no man can compare unto him. So let's start 1 Kings 3 and 10. In speech, please Yahweh that Solomon had asked this thing. Yahweh said unto him, because thou hast asked this thing, and had not asked for thyself on life, neither hast asked riches for thyself, nor hast asked life of thy enemies, but hast asked for thyself understanding to discern judgment. Behold, I have done according to thy words. Lo, I have given thee a wise and understanding heart, so that there was none like thee before thee, neither after thee shall any arise like unto thee. So that shows that YAHAWASHI is Solomon. No, because it said no one shall be like him. No one. No. And YAHAWASHI would say himself that he was greater than Solomon. As for he is Solomon. No. Because unlike Solomon, he committed no sin. So he's with him. And YAHAWASHI was given the Holy Spirit without measure. Solomon wasn't given the Holy Spirit without measure. You know, because he's the same person. No. But he wasn't given the Spirit without measure because he went off. You know, committed idols, went to idolatry because, you know, he's a woman, led him the way to sin. Now I'm also given thee that which thou hast not asked, but riches and honor, so that there shall not be any among the kings like unto thee all thy days. You know, and to walk in my ways, to keep my statutes and my commandments, as thy father David did. Then will I length, as thy father David did. Then I will lengthen thy days. You know, which he did also. Even of course he went off at the end, but he did to the degree and give him peace, man. And Solomon also means peace as well. So, whether automatum, something like that. Like his name is just a prophet. That what YAHAWASHI is, King of Peace, man. But he was 1 Kings 4:31. For he was wiser than all men, than Ethan the Ezrahite, and Haman, and Calcol, and Darda, the son of Mahol, and his fame was in all nations about him, round about. And he spake 3,000 proverbs, and his songs were 1,005. And he spake of trees from the cedar tree, and he spake of trees from the cedar tree that is a Lebanon, that is in Lebanon, even unto the hyssop that springeth out of the wall. He spake also of beasts, and of fowl, and creeping things, and of fishes. And there came of all people to hear the wisdom of Solomon, from all the earth which had heard of his wisdom. And the same thing going to come in the kingdom of heaven. Now we're going to come to the kingdom of heaven to hear the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Chiefly is not die, and get killed, but rather to obey the words of Yahawah Shemel Shai, QADASH, Isaiah 2:2. And it shall come to pass in the last days, in the mount of Yahweh's house shall be exalted in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow into it. So we're going to be above all nations, greater than all nations. And many shall go and say, come and let us go up to the mountain of Yahweh, to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways. We will walk in his paths. Out of Zion shall go forth the law, and the word of Yahweh from Jerusalem. Shemel Shai, QADASH. And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people. And they shall beat their swords and the plowshares, and their spears, into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn any war, neither shall they learn war anymore. No. That's amen. Of course, saying I call halahyam, YAHAWAH Shemel Shai, QADASH, YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWAH Shemel Shai, QADASH, YAHAWAH Shemel Shai, QADASH. Number rather when you have any questions or comments or offended, leave in the comments down below. I'm going to go over this obvious piece as well. You have praise Yahawah Shemel Shai, QADASH. You know the arts of the positive Muslim, teach you about. And call him Yahawah Shemel Shai, QADASH. Shalom.